First warning weather with Chief Meteorologist Erin Christiansen.
All right, I want to start you off with a live look outside from our sky cam. This is pointed toward the north, toward the Catalinas. Yeah, the Catalinas are in this shot. It's tough to tell that, though, because of all the haze and the dust that we have in the air. You know, earlier today, I thought we had a fire nearby. This is typically what it looks like when we have a tremendous amount of smoke in the air, although, you know, you couldn't smell any smoke today. And I know that the winds have been kicking up, but really kicking up that much? No, this dust, this sand is actually moving in from New Mexico. I'll show you more of that in just a moment, but it has prompted the Pima County Department of Environmental Quality to say, hey, we have elevated particulates in the air. Fancy way of saying dust, dirt, sand, and it's making it very difficult for people with respiratory issues to breathe. So you should avoid outdoor activities. If you're someone who maybe has asthma, maybe you suffer from valley fever, maybe you're part of the elderly or really young, those sorts of folks should avoid being outdoors at least until this has ended, this alert. And at this point, it looks as though that won't happen until late Friday because of the strong winds staying with us that long. Now, honestly, the sustained wind speeds, not that bad just yet, 15, maybe 20 miles per hour in some spots. But this is showing here these arrows that the wind is from the east moving to the northwest to the southwest. So with all this wind coming in from the east, it's picking up a lot of the loose soil over southern New Mexico. You can see the gusts a little stronger here into Graham and Cochise counties, but then the wind not really that strong here over Tucson. So what's happening is that wind from the east is picking up the dust and dirt from southern New Mexico, pushing it across eastern Arizona. And then when it hits the areas with the wind that's almost dead right now over Tucson, it's just settling. It's just dropping right there. So we actually need our wind to pick up here over Tucson to help kick some of this dust out. And that is going to be happening here overnight because the strongest winds have yet to arrive in Tucson. Wind gusts close to 30, 35, 40 miles per hour still overnight. Look at this time frame. This is kind of unusual for us. 8 p.m. to 11 a.m. is when we're going to have the strongest winds. Overnight is typically when the wind subsides because we lose some of that daytime heat. This is altogether different. The wind gusts are going to get stronger tonight, up to 40 miles per hour, pretty darn close to it here for Tucson, Bisbee, Douglas Airport, Benson at 32 mile per hour gusts. We have 33 mile per hour gusts forecast for Wilcox over the next 24 hours. So some tips, some things that you should maybe avoid doing. Avoid driving high-profile vehicles, especially on the interstate, as under these strong wind gusts, they're prone to tipping. Also, that blowing dust will be an issue on the roads, reducing visibilities. You'll want to secure your outdoor objects, and by that I mean your patio furniture. Otherwise, you might be fishing it out of the pool tomorrow. And if it's garbage day for you tomorrow, try to put it out maybe in the morning when the wind is a little bit weaker. Otherwise, you'll be picking up a lot of that trash. Maybe put it out there right before you know the garbage guy comes. 63 degrees overnight for Tucson. Tomorrow will warm to 89. Still another warm and windy day as that red flag warning is extended through 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now, by late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, that's when the wind will start to taper off. Clear skies for our weekend and temps staying near 90 through Sunday. KGUN 9 on your side at 6 o'clock. We'll be right back with sports.